you think you've seen football rivalries before, forget El Clásico, forget Manchester United versus Liverpool, because in Buenos Aires, football isn't a game, it's a religion, and twice a year that religion turns into war. Welcome to the Superclásico, Boca Juniors versus River Plate, the fiercest, loudest, most emotional match on earth. And if you think that's an exaggeration, wait until you see how this rivalry has literally split a city in half, torn families apart, and even shaped the identity of a nation. Because in Argentina, football doesn't reflect life, it is life. Welcome back to Football Cosmos. We need subscribers. Please support us. And now, let's dive in. Every Superclásico starts long before kickoff. It starts in the streets. You can tell which side you're on just by the colors you wear, blue and gold or red and white. These aren't just football clubs, they're tribes born from the same neighborhood and torn apart by destiny. Both Boca Juniors and River Plate were founded in the early 1900s in the working class docks of La Boca, Buenos Aires. Back then, both teams were just kids playing near the river, but in 1925, River moved away to the richer northern district of Núñez. That single move changed everything. From that moment on, River were branded Los Millonarios, like the millionaires of the club of the rich. Boca remained Los Ceneices, the team of the people, the working class, the immigrants, the fighters. And the rivalry became more than sport. It became class warfare on the football pitch. For Argentinians, football isn't 90 minutes, it's heritage. Ask a Boca fan what the club means to them and they'll say, it's not just a team, it's my father, my neighborhood, my story. River fans will tell you the same, but with pride that theirs is the club of beautiful football. And that difference runs deep. Boca's stadium, La Bombonera, literally shakes. Built tight in the working class district, it's famous for its vertical stands and thunderous acoustics. When 50,000 Boca fans jump in unison, you don't hear the ground move, you feel it in your bones. Across the city, River's stadium, El Monumental, is bigger, grander, almost regal, and yet it too holds history soaked in sweat and tears. From hosting World Cup finals to heartbreaks that still echo through Argentina. The Superclásico isn't just about who scores, it's about who you are. There's beauty in this rivalry, but also tragedy. In 1968, during a Superclásico at El Monumental, a crush at Gate 12 killed 71 people, mostly River fans. To this day, no one knows exactly how it happened. Some say fans panicked, others say police closed the exit too soon, but everyone agrees. Argentina's passion for football can turn deadly, and it didn't stop there. In 2018, the rivalry spilled over into international scandal. Boca and River faced off in the Copa Libertadores final, South America's Champions League. It was the first time in history the two giants met in the continent's biggest final. The world was watching. Then chaos. River fans attacked Boca's team bus with rocks and tear gas. Several players were injured. The match was postponed and then moved, not to another stadium but to another continent. The Superclásico final was played in Madrid. Think about that. A match born in Buenos Aires moved halfway across the world because the city itself couldn't contain the rivalry. When River lifted the trophy in Spain, Boca fans back home mourned like it was a national tragedy. For them it wasn't just a loss, it was humiliation. So why does this game mean so much? Why do millions cry, sing, riot and pray over two colors? Because Argentina's identity has always been about passion and contradiction, pride and pain, beauty and chaos. Football isn't just their escape from reality, it is their reality. In a country that's faced economic collapse, political turmoil and endless uncertainty, The Superclásico is the one constant. It's the story of hope versus pride, humility versus power, Boca versus River. And for 90 minutes, the entire nation stops breathing, united in chaos, divided in devotion. Some of football's greatest legends have lived this rivalry. Diego Maradona, the heart of Boca, a player who grew up poor, rose to divine status, and never forgot where he came from. Then there's River's icons, Alfredo, Di Stefano, Enzo Francescoli, Marcelo Gallardo, players who defined elegance and class. Each generation adds its own fire to the Superclásico. In 2025, River's Monumental is set to host the largest crowd in Superclásico history, over 83,000 fans. It's not just another game, it's the next chapter in a story that's been burning for over a century. And here's the crazy thing, no matter who wins, the rivalry always wins, because the Superclásico doesn't end when the whistle blows. It continues in the songs sung in bars, the graffiti on the walls, the memories pass from father to son. It's living proof that sometimes the most human thing we can do is care too much about something that seems insane to outsiders. The Superclásico is so much more than just a derby. It's Argentina, raw, emotional, beautiful, and flawed. A mirror held up to a nation that loves too deeply and fights too fiercely. And maybe that's why the world keeps watching. Because deep down, we all want something to believe in, something or someone worth shouting for. And in Buenos Aires, they already found it. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.